All right. My name is Domonique Rogers. I've been working with Family First Life since December 12th, 2013, which is coincidentally enough my birthday. So it was the coolest thing ever that we started the company on the day that I was born. So it's a special something to me every single year it comes by. And I've been in this industry now 8 years. And I started when I was 23 when I got a license. 24, I sold my first policy because it was like a lag. You know what I mean? It was like it didn't work out the first day or two I went out there. So, or the first 3 weeks. All right. So if you're thinking like, you got to hit it like right now and get it right away, that's not true. Okay. But the work put in is a direct correlation to how fast you get it. So my first 3 weeks was because I wasn't really in the game. Does that make sense? I had a license, I was contracted, and I was reading agent guides. Yeah, that didn't work out. Okay. So, and Sean was like, the phone is the most important part. The phone is the most important part. And as a new agent, I didn't believe it. Did y'all believe it? I'm just being like, and if you're probably still in that I don't believe you stage, by the time I'm done, you're going to be like, I believe it. I hope. Because when you know why something is important, it gives you the confidence to go for it. Does that make sense? If you don't know why, and it's just up to you as a new agent or somebody new in business or new to working leads, you may have been in insurance, but working leads and doing it the way we do it here is a little different. Does that make sense? You have to be very assumptive, and you just have to get through it. So I'm going to go through a few things, and if you guys have any questions about the phone, just write them down and hold it to the end. I'll definitely answer them, but I may hit it throughout this presentation. Okay, the phone is everything. Okay, if anybody says that they're really good in the home plate, they're full of themselves. We need to tell them that. Okay, they're like, my close ratio is 90%. You need to be like, you should pay $500 grand. They're going to say no. You're going to go sit down. Okay, I don't care what your close ratio is. If they came up to you and said, my man, what's your name? Lucas Domonique. If they came up to you and said, Lucas, I book 90% of the people I speak to, they're not full of themselves. They're telling you the truth. Okay? Because Lucas, me and you, on the phone, we're the same, bro. Once we show up, not so much. But on the phone, we're the exact same individual. So Sean Mike told me this. I was 24 when I started this business. Sean was 38, I believe, at the time. Okay? And he goes, yeah, I mean, Dom, you have no background in this, right? I was like, nope. He goes, no sales. I was like, nope. Can you follow directions? I was like, yep. He was like, why do you say that? I was like, well, I played baseball for, 15 years, and the last 2 years, I was very upset that I wasn't really playing too much, but the coach never knew, and I did everything he told me to do, even though I didn't like it. And he goes, oh, okay, well, lets me know you fall. Because if you don't like somebody, it's a difference. Like when it's business, if I didn't like Sean, right, but he was telling me some things that were going to make me make money, what does it matter? I didn't like my coach, but he was my coach. Does that make sense? That was the way I was going to play in the game, so it really didn't matter did I like or not. So everybody follows directions when it's somebody who's making me feel good every day. But Sean wasn't trying to make me feel good. I don't think Wetmore was worried about making Zach feel good at all. Does that make sense? He told the truth. So Sean told me this. He goes, if you can just follow what I'm doing, exactly what I'm doing on the phone, in the home, Dom, I don't know what's going to happen, man. You've never been in sales. I don't know the area. I don't run down there in North Carolina. He was in Connecticut. But he's like, but on the phone, we're all the same. So I need you to listen to these live dials and repeat exactly what I say. And I'm going to go through a little bit of mindset of the script he told me. Okay, because I listened to live dials, but we never role played, and he never went over like, say this and then say this. What's your name, man? Sylvia. Dominic. He goes, Dom, the phone script is this. You're going to call him up. You're going to tell him to come over to the house. I was like, okay, well, what do I say if they say this? He goes, right? You say you're calling from the Mortgage Protection Center. You got a form they filled out, and you're going to come up to the house and drop off. Okay. And then if you know Sean, and when he looks at you like right in your eye, he's talking to you. It's like if you ask me another question after this one, I'm going to kill you. Okay, so I knew that was my cue to go. All right, let's just pick up the phone and just call them, right? Because all these what ifs is stopping us from just picking it up. Like, what if they just pick up the phone? What if they just say yes? Why are we so worried about if they say this, if they say, let's cross that bridge when it happens. Does that make sense? So you want to be able to, when this whole call them and tell them you come over to the house and give them to pick up, that is to get you in the mode of, it doesn't matter if I book them or not. Okay? Let's just get the people on the phone. Because you know what happened the first time they picked up the phone? With me, I forgot what to say. Seriously, they said hello. I said, then I hung up, right? And I called back, and then I kind of made it through. They hung up on me, and then I had one that said they actually remembered. I was like, hey, you remember filling that form out, right? They go, yep. And I go, oh, I don't know what to say now because I was so expecting everybody to say that they didn't remember, and I was going to get some pushback. So I say all that to say, expect that people want what you're calling them for. Expect that they're going to pick up the phone, okay? Because if you don't expect it, it's I know this sounds it's a surprise. Like you sound very like you're caught off guard. You want to act. You want when they say hello, and you go, your next person, AK. All right, so AK. I wanted to say it like he knows who I am. Does that make sense? Like very, very just not. Hi, is this AK? Because his friends don't call him. You know, they call him up. Hey, AK. Yeah, who's this? It's Dom. And he's singing, Dom from here, right? And by then, I've already died. Does that make sense? I'm like, hi, this is Dom. I don't know what Dom sounds like that. Does that make sense? Be very, very normal. Meet people where they are. Okay, so if he picks up the phone and he sounds like he just got off a jackhammer, I got to sound like I just got off a jackhammer too. If she sounds like, you know, she just left the spa, right? Oh. I got to be right there with her. Sylvia? I can't. Sylvia? Who's this? Does that make sense? In the same vice versa. If he sounds like he just got off a jackhammer, hello? And I go, hi, is this Rick? I'm destroyed. People want to be communicated with the way that they communicate. So you have to be a chameleon. So when you hear these live dials and phone scripts, they all sound different. I don't have a script that's written out. I've seen them. I don't know how helpful they are because I think people just read them. I think it's best if you just take bullet points and just have key things that you always have to go back to throughout your phone script. I'm always saying I'm getting back to you. I'm always saying I'm with the Senior Benefit Center or the Mortgage Protection Center. I'm always saying my job is simple. I'm always saying this is only going to take 10 to 15 minutes. Those are things in every phone script that are said. Now, in between those things, who knows? Right? Because somebody may be a quick set, they may be at work. There's so many different things that if I write a script down, I'm hosed. Does that make sense? So I like to just listen, repeat. So the hardest part, in my opinion, about dialing the phone is getting people to pick up the phone. Would anybody agree with that? I think it's the start of you getting great is getting people to pick up. Okay? So you're like, how do I measure if I'm great at getting people to pick up? Well, John said you should have in 60 minutes you have 60 outgoing calls. Okay? I think that should yield 20 pickups. Okay? An hour. And is that about right, Zach? 15, 20 pickups an hour. All right? Could be a little less than that. I can even be conservative and say 10. I'm going to say 10 pickups an hour. I think 15 to 20 may be on the higher end. 10 pickups an hour. Okay? But how do we get those 10 people to pick up? And you're probably thinking, well, you must have hundreds of leads, right? Not the case. All right? I dial with no more than 30 or 40 leads at a time. All right? Doesn't mean I don't have more, but I'm not pulling all those into my dial session. I'm focusing on the new leads that I got that week. Okay? So, doesn't mean you don't need 50, 60, 70, 80 leads for the week. Okay? It just means during that dial session to be effective, only pull out 20 to 30 of them at a time. Okay? What you're going to do to get folks to pick up the phone. All right? And then we'll get into the script and everything, but the script don't matter if they're not picking up. Right? You'll be like, so what do you say when they say this? What do you say when they say that? Well, I've had 3 people tell me they want to think about it. All right, when you have 30 say that, then call me back. But 3 is just like, it's like we get frustrated and don't have our numbers right to be frustrated. Does that make sense? So this mode of dialing, who was here last time I was here? Okay. Anybody try it? I think I went over it last time. Try it? Work? Yeah. Try it? Well, a little bit, kind of like that. There's a pattern to it, though. Some people just go 3 in a row. I'm not a big fan of that, because they go 3 in a row, and they do it again in the afternoon, they do it again at night. It's like, that's really just 3 calls. That's really just, you called them 3 times, because you did it back to back to back to back. Okay? So, this is the flow that I'm 1,000% sure it works. There's not many things that I'm like, I'm absolute. There's many different phone scripts. I'm not saying my phone script's the best. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying the way to call leads, this is the best. This is a way that you can get everybody, at least if you got 30 leads, you can get 15 of them to pick up in a day. For sure, now, whatever you book or don't book, that's on you, okay? But I just want to help you get them to pick up so we can stop saying, God, I got this stack of leads that just hasn't picked up. I'm going to door knock them. Stop yourself, pick up the phone, and let's book some appointments. Okay, so this is going to work. So, first time through. All right, first time through. Out of, no more than 30. I think 20 is really good because you can blast through these things. I'm all about just, let's just move, all right? So let's just say 20 leads. Doesn't matter the type. Everyone's going to go, well, what type of leads are you calling? Doesn't matter. They're just picking up the phone. Doesn't matter at all right? They got names and numbers. First time through, I'm going to call them all once, okay? I'm going to get 1 to 3 people to pick up, all right? Second time through, so I got those 20 leads, went all the way from top to bottom. Facebook, I'm just looking at my Excel sheet, going top to bottom. All right? And if it's Facebook leads, I change the city so that they're in alphabetical order of the city, so I'm not bouncing around trying to go, let me call this one. This one's in Aurora. This one's up here. No. Aurora's going to all be at the top. So bang, 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 bang. First one picks up 8, 9, 10. Does that make sense? So I put them in that order. If I have direct mail leads, I put them in the order of the cities that they're in, too, before I start dialing. This is something that I do at like 6 a.m., 11 p.m., not 8:30 when I'm supposed to be dialing. So all this getting organized stuff, I promise you, do it late or early in the morning, okay? But it's going to help you be efficient through your dialing session so you're not booking an appointment, looking at a map. Booking an appointment, looking at a map. That's a waste of time. Does that make sense? So first time through, 1 to 3 are going to pick up. And I let it ring all the way to the voicemail. All right? I want to know if William goes by Bill. I want to know if Robert goes by Bob. Those are the only types of notes I'm taking on my lead. I'm not putting what time I called them, how many times. I don't care at all. All of that stuff. You write notes on your leads, you are setting yourself up for disaster. You're never going to, every time I look at a lead, AK, it's brand new to me, man. Every time. I'm not attached. You start writing on that lead, next time you call it, you're like, oh, I've already called it 6 times. Think you're inspired to call it the 7th? Not at all. Actually, you hope they don't pick up. So I don't do any of that. And this is all because if it was there for me, I would think the same thing. So I don't do it. There's no notes. All right? They're either booked or they're still in the stack. That's it. So second time through, I'm going to call them all twice in a row. All right? But I'm only going to let it ring 4 times. Now, this is about years of hearing phone rings and years of like compounding, wondering, like, all right, so if I called them 10 minutes ago, they did not pick up. Okay? I'm calling them now, and I let it ring 5, 6 more times to go to voicemail that I just heard. Then I call again, let it ring. It's like, think about the time that we're spending. Say that's 20 seconds per phone call. 20 times 2, that's 40 times I need 25 appointments a week, which probably means I'm going to have about 60 contacts. That's a lot of time, dude. And John's a numbers guy. He's probably like, yeah, dude, that's like 5 years of your life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, but these are all things I'm like, I want to be efficient, man. I don't want to be wasting my time. All right? So second time through, 4 rings, hang up. All right? Call them right back. All right? 4 rings, hang up. What's going to happen there is this. Everybody most of our clients, whether in the mortgage section, a little bit different, but they're still form filler hours. But final expense and Facebook and all that type of stuff, they're just people who fill out stuff. So what separates you from everybody else who's calling them? That's what you got to think. You got to think, what's making me different than everybody else. Doesn't not life insurance. I mean, they clicked on something for a free jacuzzi. You know what I mean? They clicked on something for a timeshare, and they're all calling too. But you know what they do? They leave voicemails. They let it ring every time. They call the same time every day. Does that make sense? So they get used to them. They block them. Not me. Does that make sense? So 4 times hang up, 4 times hang up. That time, you're going to get 1 to 3 people to pick up, and then you're going to get about 1 callback because of that, what do they call it? It's like a weird pattern. Does that make sense? That pattern of somebody calls you, put yourself in the second person's shoes, right? Second time through. They call you. I call you 10 minutes ago, right? You're like, I don't know who the 707 number is. Don't pick it up. 12 minutes later, call you, rings 4 times, hang up, you pick it up, you're like, where's my phone? Then I call you right back. You're curious, dude. Does that make sense? If I just let it go, they're just like, oh, I'm not curious. Now it's a game, right? So now 1 to 3. So now I got 2 to 7. Let's just call it 3 to 7 pickups at this point in time out of 20 leads. Now I got 13 leads left. All right. Third time through, I'm doing the exact same thing I did before, but I'm not going back to the top. This is just my thing. I like to the one I just finished on, I start at them again. Does that make sense? So the last person the second time through, they got called twice in a row. And now I'm like, boom, I'm going to work my way back up. So now they're getting 4 calls within like a minute. So now all of these leads, 20 leads, right? I got 13 left. By the time I'm done with this 13th lead, it has gotten called once, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 times within 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes. And now you know what nobody's going to say? Nobody's going to say, why'd you call me so much? Nobody's going to be pissed. Nobody's going to be worried. But if they are, email me. I'll reimburse you $15 for your lead or $3, $4, whatever it is. That's how confident I am that nobody cares how much you call them. These people. You call me that much, I'm going to drop a pin and say, come over. Does that make sense? But I'm not filling out a form. I think the reason we don't do this is because we think, man, if you call me that much, I'll be pissed. I'm not in that percentage, man. And doesn't make them right, make them wrong or me right or vice versa. It just means that I'm not in that percentage of people who do that. Does that make sense? So if I attack it this way, you're just going to pick up the phone and say hello. I had one person say, I called her probably like, it was a mortgage lead too, I called her like 15 times, right, within a couple hours. Because she was sending me the voicemail. Now that's a game to me. I'm like, cool, it's funny. The phone's in your hand, I'm just going to keep calling you, right? So then she picks up finally, hello? Yeah, this is Domonique with the Mortgage Protection Center. I'm calling you about that form just in case you die, your house is paid off. She goes, oh, I knew it was important. That's why you were calling so much. What's going on? See, we laugh, but it's like, do you take your job seriously? Why do we sit in the doctor's office for 4 hours and our appointment was at noon? And we don't say nothing when we walk in there. We just go, okay. Time Warner says, wait 4 hours for your cable. What you do? Okay. But that's funny. It's not funny to me. It's my job. This is how I take care of my family. It's not a game. Does that make sense? I think if more of us looked at ourselves and this dialing as, I'm the boss, I'm the doctor. I don't call the doctor up and go, hey doc, my tummy hurts. You can come by tomorrow at 4? He's like, does it really hurt? Go to urgent care or the ER. I can see you next week at 4 though, next Monday. Well, doc, it's important. Yeah, go to the ER. Make sense? See, when I was in North Carolina, I didn't have appointments on Sunday at the beginning of my career. And Sean was like, why don't you run on Sundays? I was like, dude, they all go to church here on Sundays. They just don't do it. He goes, would you think people in Connecticut don't go to church? I was like, it's the Bible Belt, right? But what I realized is that that was my excuse. I didn't really want to run on Sundays. All right, I started like during football season, so I was like, well, it's kind of cool. I want to watch football. Does that make sense? I didn't really like it. That was the thing. I didn't even like football. But this is a reason for me not to work. You know what I mean? So it was my mindset around it. He goes, well, what do you do when they say they got church? I immediately went to Monday. So I'd be like, hey, do you have service tomorrow? They go, yeah. I go, okay, how about Monday? Because I didn't want to work Sunday. But now it's like, hey, do you have service tomorrow? Yes, I do. All right, cool. What time you typically done? About noon. Great. Me too. About 1 o'clock, I'm out there. You be home by then? Yep, I will. Next thing you know, you're hosting. Now they go, do you have service tomorrow? No, I don't. Neither do I. 8 a.m., I'll be there. Now I got 12 appointments on Sunday. Does that make sense? It was just crazy how I just had to change the way I was thinking about it to make it happen. All right? Now, with the script, all right, I'm going to roll through it. Clayton, would you mind role playing with me? All right. You do whatever you want, man. Don't be crazy. All right? Literally, you know what I mean? All right, cool. We'll have some crazy ones. I'll call some, and they'll be crazy as hell. It'll be all right. All right, so ring.
Hello.
Clayton? Yep. Clayton, Dom here with the Mortgage Protection Center right here in Denver. I'm actually getting back to you about a letter we mailed to you. You mailed it back to us about your mortgage protection. It's going to pay your house off in the event you drop dead. Do you remember filling that out?
Yes, I do.
You do. It says here you're at 1211 Main Street. Is that correct?
That is.
That is. All right. My job is very simple, Clayton. I'm the underwriter here in Denver. I got to drop the information off to you, see if you qualify. It takes 10 or 15 minutes. Do you work or are you retired?
I work.
You work. All right. What time do you typically get off of work during the week?
Usually get home around 5.
About 5. I got one at 5 and 5:30. You home by 6?
Today won't work.
Today? No, not today. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow you will be?
6.
Okay, cool. Is it just you or are you married?
I'm married.
Married. Your wife be home then as well?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let her know I'll be coming by. I'll be in a green Honda Accord. See you around 6.
Cool.
See you then. All right. The key part, I believe, at the beginning is just say their first name. All right? Don't say hi, hello. Like, you hear some people who do say that, they're really good at it. I'm serious. Like, when I started, Sean used to say that. Hi. Like, hi, this is Sean. Like, then I tried to do it, and he was like, nah, dude, you're not there yet. Because it's not rolling off my tongue right. I'm waiting for a response. I'm really waiting to see how they're doing. I really care. He didn't care. He was just saying it. Does that make sense? So just say their first name. All right? So, hello, Clayton. Not hi, is this Clayton? If a male picks up the phone, I'm assuming it's Clayton. If I'm calling for Sylvia and a woman picks up the phone, I'm assuming it's Sylvia. If it's her daughter, she's going to hand the phone to her mom. Does that make sense? But I don't want to act like I'm calling somebody who I don't know. Okay? So it's just Sylvia. And I say it again. So it's Clayton. Yep. Clayton. I say it again right after. People love to hear their name. Okay? Say their name. They'll listen to you. It's crazy. My favorite word is Domonique. And yours should be your name. It's amazing. I love when people say, I'm like, oh, hey, when they say Dominique, I'm like, that's not me. Dominique. That's not me. Dominique. All right? My mom named me after like Dominique Wilkins, but she spelled it totally different. I was like, you didn't name me after nobody. You just kind of made this up. You know? It's like Domonique. I was like, I'm very unique with that one. All right, so it's Clayton. So it's say hello. Hello. Clayton. Clayton. This is Domonique with the Mortgage Protection Center. Say if it's final expense. Hello. Say hello. Hello. Clayton. Clayton. This is Domonique with the Senior Benefits Center. Like it's that important in the beginning. See how you're like, why does he keep saying that? It's that important. That they understand who you are, they understand that you know who they are, and they understand where you're calling from. Does that make sense? All right, so let's break it down. Let's go again. Say hello.
Hello.
Clayton?
Yep.
Clayton, Dom here with the Senior Benefits Center right here in Denver. All right? That's key. All right? I want to slow down. Senior Benefits Center right here in Denver. Mortgage Protection Center right here in Denver. I don't care if I'm in California and I'm dialing in Denver, you know what I'm going to say? Right here in Denver. I'm not going to say I'm driving 4 hours or hopping on a plane to come and see you. They don't care. Does that make sense? I want to act like it's just protocol. This is what I'm doing. You're just another lead that's coming across my desk and this is what we have to do. Okay? So I'm with the Senior Benefits Center right here in Denver. You were on Facebook, Clayton. Okay, and there was an ad that showed up talking about the state-regulated final expense program that you may qualify for. And you put your favorite color was blue. I'm assuming you remember doing that, Clayton.
Yes, I do.
Okay. That part right there, it's kind of like you've got to get that out. Like you've got to get to the hobby or the color. If you're down on Facebook, please. Okay? If you're getting pushback before that, you're leaving something open. Okay, Conrad likes to say, his beginning is like a long run-on sentence. with Facebook leads. He just keeps going and going and going and going and going. He has these like weird pauses that they could say something, but whether they say something or not, he's still going. Because once you get to your favorite color is, what are they going to say? What can I say? They can forget everything that you said before, but is your favorite color pink? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm not going to go back, and it doesn't even matter at all. Does that make sense? When's the last time somebody asked them what their favorite color was or their hobby? Like never? You know what I mean? They're like 17. You know, so it's so you want to be able to get to that. So let's start from the beginning. Ring ring.
Hello.
Clayton?
Yep.
Clayton, Dom here with the Senior Benefit Center right here in Denver. I'm actually getting back to you about a post that was on Facebook talking about the state-regulated life insurance benefit that you may qualify for, and you put your favorite color was blue. I'm assuming you remember doing that, Clayton.
Yes.
Great. My job is simple. All right, I'm the field underwriter right here in Denver. My job is to get you the information to see if you qualify. It takes all of about 10 or 15 minutes. Do you work or are you retired?
I'm retired.
Okay, so you notice how I say all of that to a close-ended question. Everything's close-ended. Talk, close-ended. This one or that. There's no, I didn't ask did you remember or not. I said, do you work or retired? Does that make sense? All right. Let's start from the beginning. I'll work all the way through, then I'll ask some common objections, then I'll call some of these leads. Ring ring. Clayton? Clayton Dom here with the Senior Benefit Center right here in Denver. I'm actually getting back to you about a post on Facebook you responded to about the state-regulated life insurance benefit that you may qualify for, Clayton. And you put your favorite color was blue. I'm assuming you remember doing that?
I do.
Great. My job is simple. I'm the field underwriter here in Denver. My job is to get you the information on it, see if you qualify. Do you work or are you retired?
I'm retired.
You're retired, okay. Well, I got one at 8 and 9 tomorrow morning. Is there any reason you won't be home between 9:30 and 10?
I have doctor's appointment at 10.
Doctor's appointment at 10, okay. Let's see, I'm back over there at 1, 2. You'll be back by like 2, right?
I think so.
You think or you should be? I know a doctor could run a little bit longer. 2 o'clock give you enough time?
Yeah, probably.
About 4 or 5 hours at the doctor.
Yep.
How long?
Yep.
Right, I'll see you at 2.
Yes, sir.
All right, man, see you then. Seriously, it's exactly how it be. It's like, he's like, trying to tongue-in-cheek without my thing. You can be 5 hours at the doctor. But I don't say if he has a doctor's appointment at 10, I don't try to get in there at 11 or 12. That's weird. Because I'm setting myself up for another objection. Does that make sense? If he says he has a doctor's appointment at 9 or 10, I'm going to shoot 4 or 5 hours out and assume that they will be home. Not ask, hey, will you be home at 2? Hey, I'm assuming you'll be home by 2, right? Oh, yeah, definitely give me enough time to be home by 2. I should actually be home by like noon. Yeah, but I got an appointment at 12 or 1. 2 o'clock work for you? Does that make sense? You want to be very, people want to meet with the person who's busy. Okay, they don't want to meet the president. I don't just say, hey, well, what time works best for you? That's a broke agent. You know what I mean? You got to fake it until you make it. Seriously, like have your book and just have times in your book. So what I used to do is have times from 8. I used to write, like I said, a planner just like this. And all these circles, like he's already done it. I put the circles on here. That's like where I should have appointments at. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I gotta fill these marks right here. I fill these spots. All right, and that leads me to have a place in mind. So I'm gonna call some of these leads, and my objective is to book a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in that order. First person who picks up, I want them at 1 o'clock. Okay? And doesn't mean it's always going to work out that way. But if I'm intentional and I want that to happen, the odds are in my favor for that to happen. Does that make sense? If I'm kind of just like, well, tomorrow, I'm going to book appointments for tomorrow. Now my appointments are going to be all over the damn place. Does that make sense? I want my appointments to be in line. All right? So let me call somebody. There you go. Did I have your phone?
Yeah, it's up there.
What's the
1, 2, 1, 2.
all right.
Yes. Do you want me to record you live dialing on your live for Golden State 2 or not?
Why not, man? Sure.
Okay.
All right. Please, and don't laugh, please, or anything if something sounds funny or they say something funny.
What's your code now?
14312. Yeah, 14312.
Sorry, I couldn't get to the phone right now. But if you leave your name.
That work? Yep. All right. Is this sheet
Yeah, how many Facebook leads?
same? Okay.
Different Facebook leads.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't mind if you guys do have leads. Call them. If somebody picks up, I'll take it. Remember, the hardest part of dialing is getting picked up, right? So if we're all dialing at the same time, all 10, like 10 of us, with the odds that we're all going to pick up. Not very. You know, if they do, hang up and call them back. We'll figure it out. Makes sense, but let's just call them up. Hello, James. James, how you doing, bud? This is Dom. I'm with the Mortgage Protection Center right here in Centennial. I'm getting you a call back. You remember sending that little letter postcard back to us about your mortgage protection, about you dying and paying your house off? No problem, my man. You're at South Claremont Drive? Okay, our job is simple. Okay, I understand you just wanted the information on it. It may not be a good time for you now, but all we do is drop it off to you, and then you can sit on it and see if you qualify or not. What time do you typically get off of work during the week? About 9. You work on the weekends? Sometimes. Let's do this, man. We'll be out there tomorrow night. We got one at 8:30 and 9. You home by about 9:15? All right. Well, did my number show up on your caller ID? All right. Let's do this, man. I got one at 8:30 and 9. It's no problem if I swing by there after. I know you get off late. But if something comes up or you're a little bit later, if you're earlier, it's all good. But if you're later, let us know. Okay. Otherwise, we'll drop it off to you about 9:15. Okay, buddy? All right, James. Have a good night, man. Bye. 9 p.m., bro. Have fun. Well, he goes, I'm not interested. Okay, great. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow you get off at what time? And we'll see him tomorrow at 9. And it'll be, okay, great. All right, have fun. 9 p.m. appointments are like 100% close ratio, by the way. Just so you know. Anybody meets with you at like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., after 8:30 p.m., they're open. There's nobody coming. You're not going to nobody's house at 9 p.m. Anybody else got something? Anybody else still calling? Was that somebody you called before? Okay, cool. You know what type of lead that was? Just in? How much you pay for it?
No, it's at least 6 months old.
Right. So it's like I don't have a different script for like older leads, or I would say like they just did it. Like you know that form you just filled out? Here's like what are they gonna like it's like if you're confident with anything, it's like we went to Mohegan Sun one time I was with Sean, and this is what I just knew. Like you just act as if, man, people fall in line. We went to Mohegan Sun. Sean lives in Connecticut, and this big Hummer, right? And this was like 5-6 years ago. Pull up to Mohegan Sun, it's like valet hotel, right? We pull up, we got no bags, no nothing, right? He pulls up. I'm like, hey, he goes, just parks, hops out. We all walk out. His son, like, I'm following his son. His son's 7. He knows what to do, right? Right? I'm like, we're not checked in yet, man. I'm over here like nervous, like, what's going on? They're gonna take. It's like, dude, just act as if, bro. When people phone him, we're gonna park. We're gonna hop out and go in here. They're gonna bring us our car and we'll come back. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna tip them $100. Relax. I was like, oh man, I'm over here thinking like, oh my God, there's something bad about that. All right, just act as if.